It is me, it is I, the infamous Kiki. Like I'm all up in the camera. Like I'm just like, all the how y'all doing? Anyway, welcome to my channel. I've been trying to do this video for a long time, for a couple of years, but I was like, how am I gonna do this video and then don't make it be too bad? Y'all, I don't have my glasses on, so let me just say a few sequesters. First of all, I don't have my glasses on, but I do have them. So just in case y'all comment, because I can't see any comments without my glasses. Second of all, if y'all like, share, subscribe, thumbs up the video, I appreciate it. I try not to make this video too long because I do have other things to do today. I do have a life. And so this is a Kiki Tale video. And what does that mean? For those of you who don't not subscribe to my channel that don't know what that means, a Kiki Tale is just me telling something that really happened to me. So it's storyteller time. So there ain't gonna be no fancy graphics. I ain't got no makeup on. Y'all get it how y'all get it. You live it how you live it. Some disclaimers. This video is going to talk about grown people stuff. So this is grown folks talk. This is not it's not for the under the age of 18. It's not going to be with a lot of profanity. I'm not going to get into details. So it's not going to be that explicit. It's not I don't do them kind of videos. I do have another video about me going to a swinger club that has over 42,000 views that I recorded like 4 years ago, and it's very popular. So I do have lots of stories and lots of interesting tales. But I don't tell them very often because I don't know. I don't know about how YouTube's going, how the algorithms are going to do these videos. I try to word things to where the censors don't hit me too hard, but it is what it is, especially since I'm monetized now. So I'm just kind of like, my face is like, I don't know. So we're just gonna see how this go with this video. Okay. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, y'all hit the thumbs up button. Most everybody's gonna watch this on a rewatch. I do most of my 99% of my videos are live. I don't run off a script. So if y'all see me veering and rambling a little bit, I do apologize ahead of time. So yeah, I gotta put some of these out here. And I'm doing this on my cell phone. So, it is what it is. And so I have a loud voice anyway. So I try to speak to where people can hear me. I try to get the camera up a little bit closer, a little more intimate, but not too intimate. Now, look, but we're going to talk about one of the times out of many that I went to an adult theater. Now, for those of you who don't know what an adult theater is, it's basically a sex theater, okay? It's where you go to watch adult type movies. That's what kind of place. I mean, there's other things that go there. They have different sections. We're going to talk about that, but that's basically just what it is. These type of theaters are all over the country, all over the world, to be honest with you. There's red light districts all over the world. It's not just an American thing. There's different variations and how explicit. There's some that cater to certain kinks, like there's BDSM adult clubs, adult theaters. There's just the plain ones. The one I went to was just a regular one. In the area where I live at, this particular theater is not around anymore. During the when COVID-19 hit, a lot of adult type places shut down. So a lot of they have they I don't know if you guys have Sarah's Secret where you're at, but they have all over the world and all over the country. They have United States. They have like lingerie stores and stuff like that. A lot of these places shut down temporarily, got sold, or just went out of business. So the one that I'm went to, this is pre 2020. This is way before that. So before these places started to get shut down. So this particular place I'm talking about is shut down. Now, a lot of these adult places, depending on what state you're in and what country and city you're in, they have a hard time with the laws in the city, county, or state. I know there are a lot of states and cities and counties that are much more adult theater friendly. Where I'm at in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they have had time after time after time the police raiding them and shutting them down. But also because a lot of these places bring in illegal activities. So these places, I have to say, art, attraction, illegal activities. A lot of times it's because the owners or the people that are running these places are just there to make money. They don't have security. They have lax rules. They don't have good bouncers. I've been to adult clubs and adult theaters in other states, in other places, and these places are run. Some of the places I've seen, even online, are run like a tight ship. They have plenty of bouncers, plenty of security. They don't let people in with no ID. They don't let people come in, with alcohol in their hand. None of that. Some of these places, these type of things go on. It just depends on the owner. And then a bad owner can ruin the business for everybody in the county or the city or the state. So I know in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, places like this have gotten shut down even before the pandemic hit. So because they weren't handling their business right, either financially or they weren't keeping things on up and up with the law. They were letting all kinds of crazy people in these places. So I have to say that, if you do your research on these clubs, and I promise you that every place you live, even in small towns, there are these type of clubs. Now, some small towns, I've been a little bit itty bitty towns in East Texas and West Texas where they have places where they sell adult videos and apparatuses and toys and stuff like that. The place that I went to, they had a place where they had a section. They had different sections. So section 1 was retail, where they sold lingerie, handcuffs, adult toys, and stuff like that. They had that section. Then they had a section where it was the theater. So you walk in the theater and it's just like a small, not like a big theater, but a small theater. They had rows of seats like a theater, and they have a screen. And then, you could get, like, they have like showings of what movie that they're going to show at a particular time. Most of these places, the theater part did not open until the evenings and on the weekends. So on the evenings, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends, it was open Saturday and Sunday all day. The place where I went to, they had a gay section and a straight section. So they had a gay theater and a straight theater. Okay. Then they had another section where they had private rooms. These private rooms, you can go into these rooms and the door would lock, and they are supposed to have bouncers in the hallway. I said supposed to, but where couples or individuals can go into a room and they have like a couch and a chair there at this particular one, and they have a flat screen TV. And so you could have a private party in this room. You can be alone in this room. All kinds of things will pop off in these rooms. You are not supposed to go to these rooms and have any intimate activity in these rooms. You're not supposed to, but people did. And that's why a lot of these clubs got in trouble, because they were thought that they were soliciting, soliciting, that women would come there to bring their clients, and they would, and then you paid like per hour for these private rooms. And it was like $25 an hour. So that's another part. Then the other part of the adult theater is where they would have like a dance floor and a bar and couches and chairs, like a club. So that was the other part of it. So it's a club, a theater, private rooms, and then a retail shop where they sold prophylactics and toys and lingerie and movies and stuff like that. So those are the parts of the place where I went to. So you're probably thinking, Kiki, how did we even get here? How did you even get to this place? Because I didn't know this place even existed. Well, let me tell you, y'all. Let's go back. Let's go back. I'm an online dater, as you guys know. I've met pretty much all the guys that I've been with online. So I was online. I was single at that particular time. And I met this guy. Let's change the name. Let's call his name Mike. So Mike, I started talking to him. We met in person one time, just a quick meeting, just to see if, we really liked each other. I met him quick one time. It was cool. And then I met him another time. We actually went out, like to have a few drinks or whatever. Nothing popped off. And then the third time we met, but we were still talking. Third time we met, we went out on like a real, like a formalized date. Okay, so this dude, Mike, we weren't in a relationship. We were just getting to know each other. We were just talking. Okay, we were just dating, getting to know each other, just talking. And so we had a lot of talks. We for 2 months we had pretty much been talking. And as some of you may or may not know, if you've been on my channel before and heard me talk, I'm a very honest and open person whenever it comes to anything, but especially when it comes to adult intimacy. I'm a very open and honest person, which doesn't mean like I'm a hoe and nothing like that. Never that. But I'm a very open and honest person. If it comes to the point where I like somebody and we're talking, we're going to have to talk about intimacy, about what they like, what they don't like. To me, talking about intimacy is like talking about a ham sandwich. It's something very matter of fact. It's nothing titillating. It's nothing embarrassing. I know a lot of men and women are depending on how they're raised and where they live, are very scared of their own sexuality, much less talking about it with somebody else. Some people be married and they don't even feel comfortable enough to even talk to their husbands and wives about what they like and what they don't like. I don't understand people. I'm cut from a different cloth since day one. I've never been the type of person who's been scared to talk about anything, whether it be race, religion, politics, what gender, whatever it is. I don't have any issues talking about it because to me, it's not really an emotional thing for me to talk about adult intimacy. Okay. So me and this dude, Mike, we would have talks about what we like, what we don't like. He would tell me that he dated this chick for 4 or 5 years that was a stripper. Okay. Now, I've known some strippers in my life, but that's another time for another video. I've never been a stripper, but I have known male and female strippers. I've had friendships with a few strippers, believe it or not. So he told me his ex-girlfriend was a stripper and she was into BDSM, which is bondage, and sadomasochism, which is being tied up. And she was also into going to adult theaters and adult shops. So I, of course, been to an adult shop before. I think, like I said, this wasn't that long ago. This was like maybe like 9 years ago. So it wasn't that long ago. Okay. I'm a grown person. So this was nothing shocking. So I've been to those stores, but I was like, well, what's a adult theater? And so he explained to me what it was. And he was like, well, he was saying that him and his ex-girlfriend used to go there. And he was like, well, do you think you would want to go there? And I'm like, I'm an adventurous kind of gal. I'm like, I ain't squeamish. I ain't scared. I've been to a dungeon before. I ain't scared. I didn't see people tie up in leather. I ain't scared. I've been to a swingers club. Not scared. But I've never actually been to a true adult type club. So I said, okay. So we set a date. We meet up. We go to this place. And I'm like, okay, the first part is just like the adult shop where they have toys and whips and chains and, this is normal stuff, videos and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking around like this don't look any different. Like, okay, this is what I normally see at an adult type store, right? So then you have to go toward the back. Go toward the back, there's a guy standing there. There's a guy standing there. And he's standing there. And he's this older black man, and we walk in there, and then you got to pay to get to the rest of the club, right? You got to pay to get to the rest of the theater, the rest of the point. So the first part is just, toys and lingerie, and if you didn't really pay attention too much or didn't really know, you wouldn't know that if you go down the hallway, that there's a whole nother section upstairs and a back. So we meet the dude, the dude I'm with, Mike, he pays. And so they have set prices like single man, single woman, and then couples. Okay. So we a couple, we kind of get a discount, right? So instead of it being like $25 a piece, I think it was like $40. Okay. Cause we're a couple. Sorry, y'all. I have things popping up on my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. I appreciate it. But so we pay, we go back there. It's like entering a whole nother dimension. Like you go back down this little dark tunnel and it all suddenly opens up, and then you see there was a stripper pole and a stage and a stripper pole and these really cool modern looking couches, and then there's a bar. And so we went on a Thursday night. So they have different specials on different nights. So Thursday night was couples night, I believe, was couples night. Because, they get a lot of business Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So they be trying to bring people in Monday through Thursday because most people are at work. Most people be doing this stuff on the weekend. So I'm with this dude, Mike, and like I said, they had the techno music blaring, and then they have these flat screen TVs, and on these flat screen TVs in this area is adult movies. Like, I'm just looking at these screens going, because there's just every screen has a different movie going. Has a different scene, different movies, some gay, some straight, some black, some white. They all had, it was on and popping, right? So I'm looking at these screens going, dang, I'm like, okay. But so far, it looks like a regular club, there's, and then there was some people in there. There's some, just different couples, mostly couples. Like I said, Thursday was couples night. So you see older people. I saw a lot of older Caucasian people. So there were a lot of people in there I would describe as MAGA people. Like, I was surprised how conservative these people looked to be in this adult club. So that's why I put in the title MAGA, because a lot of these people I could tell was probably Trump supporters, because these were like late 50s, early 60s, very conservative looking. And when I say conservative, I don't mean like upper, like rich, like yuppie Dallasites who live in Oak Lawn or Highland Park. Like, if you know about Dallas, that's where all the rich people live. Like, when you talk about Highland Park, it's like the Manhattan of Dallas. Okay, I'm not talking about them type people. I'm talking about salt of the earth white folks. Okay, I'm talking about Jed with his cowboy hat on and his cowboy boots. I'm looking like, you see Karen over here with her little bob, and she look like she about 60. She look like, these people look like somebody's straight grandparents or parents up in here, like conservative people. And they were sipping on the drinks and whatever. I was just shocked that there wasn't that many minorities. There was some younger Hispanic couples. There was one or two black couples. And let me tell you, Mike, the dude that I was with, Mike was Hispanic and white. So we were the only mixed couple in there. And then I was the only black female in there. And so when I walked in the room, like, people kind of turned and looked, because, I guess I'm the only black female in there. I don't know how many black females actually go to this place. They probably go with their boyfriends or husbands or something. I don't know. But all the times I've been to the adult type club, there hasn't been many black females there. Especially in an interracial couple. All the black females I've ever seen at swingers clubs and adult type clubs have always been with black males. So I was always, again, like I said in my playlist, in Kiki Tales playlist, you will hear me talk about the time I went to a swinger club, and it was not fun, because those women looked at me like I was like crazy, and I did not feel welcome in the swinger community at all. When I was single then. But yeah, we walked in the club. People are just, they're people. Some of the women are just dressed like just normal, like church attire. Like, that's what was so jarring to me. I'm expecting to walk in and see, half naked women and big boobs. And I don't know what I was expecting, more like a Miami or a California scene. I guess I was expecting, the glamorous looking women, but these people just look like teachers and nurses. And I'm like, so I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what I was expecting, but I for Miss Kiki for sure did not expect running into, the school principal there, I was like, I'm not saying that people were a principal, but I'm just saying that's what they look like. They just look like average people. Like I said, maybe it's just my misconception. So we walk in there, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need a drink, because I'm kind of a little nervous, because, I ain't never been here before. And so I have a few drinks to get a little loose or whatever. So we listen to the music, and people are sitting on the couches and they're talking, they're just mingling. And then they have it like on the board it was like a board, and then there's a door, and there's a guy standing at the door to where it goes to the theater. And so they have like a board saying what movie's gonna come up next. So the next movie was coming up like in 20, 30 minutes. So we wait 20, 30 minutes, because he was like, well, do you want to go see the movie? Because I read the title of the movie, but it don't really give us a synopsis of what it is. And again, there's downstairs was the straight theater. Upstairs was the gay theater. So, and then they had like gay movies. They had like all women movies, all men movies, women and men, transvestites, um, all kinds of movies. They just had a list, and like, so I guess depends on what you was into. You would come and see whatever movies. And I don't know if they rotated out these movies. I don't know. So we decided to go into the theater. So the movies come up, we go in the theater. And I'm scared to sit on these seats because I don't even know like how clean this part, because I'm a germaphobe, y'all. I'm a real, like, not even low key, high key germaphobe. So I'm sitting there in this theater looking like this, and I'm like, should I sit on these seats? Because I don't know what's been done on these seats, but I sit anyway, because like I said, I'm a germaphobe. Even before 2020, I'm a germaphobe. And so I sit there on the seats, and then like they kind of like have like a little preview. Like, I guess like kind of you go to the movie, they have like a little preview with the movie that's coming up after this one. So I guess if you want to stay, they're like coming up next, blah, blah, blah. And so then the movie started, and I don't remember what the movie was, y'all. It's like I said, this is a long 9 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. I don't remember what the movie was. But I'm sitting there and I'm just staring straight ahead. Like, I'm not trying to look at the other couples. I'm just staring like this. And so Mike, the dude, he grabbed my hand and he was like, "You okay?" Because I'm a little tipsy by the end. So I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." All I can hear is moaning and groaning and grunting from behind me, to the left of me, to the right of me, in front of me. I'm like, oh my God. So the things that I see in this theater, I'm just sitting there like trying not to look. I'm trying to cut my eyes, but I'm not, how you don't want to look, but then you have to look. So it's like after that, I'm just looking like, I'm like, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. I'm like, I couldn't help but look. Y'all, I had to look, y'all. I had to look. So I was like, okay. So I had to look. I looked, and then there were all kind of people doing freaky deaky, all kinds of stuff in the movie theater. You name it, let your imagination wander. And that's why I didn't want to sit on those seats, because, like I said, there were some men that sat in the back that were by themselves. And like I said, just let your imagination wander what they was doing by themselves. And then, but like I said, there was more couples because it was couples like and I just sat there for like 20 minutes, and then I told him, I said, okay, let's go. like this is just too uncomfortable. Like, I'm not a voyeuristic kind of person. I'm not one to do things in front of people. Now, I could watch other people, but then I'm in a darkened theater. So you kind of like, I don't want to look, because I don't know if people don't want you to look and they want their privacy. It's different if people are doing this in an exhibitionist type of way. But when you don't really know, I kind of felt uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if I should be looking at these people, because maybe they gonna look at me like I'm some kind of freak. Like, why is she staring at us, But other people were looking and staring, some people were glancing over and looking and staring and doing things to themselves and each other. But that's just not my scene. I'm not into public displays of affection or public displays of intimacy. I'm not into that. Some of y'all may be into that. Some of y'all freaky deeks, y'all may be in it, but no shame. I'm not trying to kink shame. But I am not into that. So we get up and we turn around. I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go see something else. So we get up and walk down the aisle. As I'm walking down the aisle, I see this man over here sucking this woman toes. And then I'm like, that's the only thing that made me stop and look, because everything else I kind of expected. But when you see a grown, 60, 67-year-old man sucking some 22-year-old, 24-year-old girl's toes, I had to stop and was like, and then the dude turned and looked at me and like he winked, he nodded and winked. And then he was like, I was like, no, sir, no, sir. And then Mike stopped and he turned around because he was in front of me. He turned around because he heard me say something. I said, no, sir, no, carry on, carry. Because I guess the guy, I don't know if the guy was trying to invite us to the toe sucking, or he wanted us to participate, or he was trying to offer a toe to me. Either way, I don't suck no toes. Look, if y'all suck toes, that's on you. Y'all got a foot fetish. You want to see some feet? I got some socks on. I got some socks on. That's all I got for you, sir. But I'm not having no 69-year-old man sucking on my toes. Now, like some of y'all may be into that, but Miss Kiki is not. Okay, I'm not down with toe sucking. I'm not sucking nobody's toes. I'm having nobody suck my toes. I have had my toes sucked before, but I sure for heck is not gonna do it up in an adult theater. I didn't, sir. If I came for anything, toe sucking is not on the menu. If I'm coming for anything, it's gonna be some good. It ain't gonna be no toe. So I just looked at him and I was just like, oh my God. And he nodded and he was like, I was like, no, sir, no, sir. No. I was like, I'm good. As I tried to rush out of the theater, y'all. I told Mike, I said, I didn't see it all. This man, he came all the way to an adult theater with some tenderoni to be sucking on toes. Like, I mean, sir, he could have did that at a hotel. But some people like the atmosphere. Some people really come to these things. So I was asking Mike, I said, on the weekends, there's a lot of people here. He's like, oh my God, it's overwhelmingly busy. And it's full of single men. So we go to the other part where the private room's at. And he was like, hey, you want to go see the private rooms? I said, why not? I'm feeling adventurous. Let's go to the private room. So we turn, there's a bouncer there in the private rooms. And in order to get a private room, you have to pay for the private rooms. So you got to pay to get in, then pay for the private rooms. And so he was like, we can go in the private room. So I was like, okay, we're going to go in the private room. When we get up the stairs, there was like 2 or 3 men standing outside of the private room, just standing there. Like there's a bouncer there and a guy to get your money. But then once you go down the hallway, there was just men standing in the doorway like this, just standing in the doorway like looking at you like this. And they don't say nothing. They just look at you and their eyes follow you. And I was like, what are they doing? Why are they standing there? Because they are looking for various things. They're looking to be watched. They're looking to watch. Hey, Sir Khan. So these men are just standing there by the door with the door open. And they just looking with the hungry eyes. And then one of them I walked past reeked of like alcohol and sin. Like I didn't know. Like he stank real bad. And so the dude Mike was like, there's some people that come in here and they like halfway homeless. And they come here and they just hang out. Why would a homeless person spend like $60 just to come here and hang out at an adult theater? Why? Like I still ain't figured it out, but that's what I've heard from other people. That's what that dude Mike I was with told me. And there are dudes that they call them door jockeys, where they hang out the door and they looking to do threesomes, foursomes, watch, or they anything. So one of the dudes standing by the door they give you like this little key card thing to get into the door. This one guy comes rushing up behind us and he was like, y'all looking to party? And I'm like, I look at Mike and I'm like, no. Whoa, sickos. Yeah. This guy comes up to us and he was like, y'all looking to party? Y'all looking to party? And I'm like, I look at Mike, I said, and he said, he got real mean. And he was like, nah, man, da. And I told Mike, I said, what we got in the room? I said, what that mean? He said, those are dope fiends. Like the dope fiends will come in there when they talking about you looking to party. They talking about that you looking to come and for him to come in your room or you go in their room so they can go and they can do dope. And I was like, what? Now, you know your girl Kiki is drug-free and proud to be. I ain't never did no substance and nothing in my life. So I was like, what? So yeah, there are those kind of people there too. Then, as we about to try to did that dude, we just shoot him off. Then you have another dude stand in the doorway, self-pleasuring himself in the doorway. I'm like going, okay, you know what? I can't today. I can't. Like, I was like, what have I got myself into? So we go into the private room. And first of all, they have like this leather looking couch. And I just sit down. I just sit down on the couch while he's looking at the TV trying to figure out how to get the movie on or whatever. I sit down on the couch. The couch is sticky, y'all. The couch is sticky, sticky, sticky. Oh, I got a message. Hold on, hold on. I can't I can't view it. Oops. I can't view the message. Sorry. Sorry. If you left me a message, it's being held. Because it says no, you might do some kind of nasty message that can get you kicked off of YouTube. But I sit on this couch and I'm like, and I hear crunch, 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 and I'm like, I stand up, I'm like, oh my God, the couch is all sticky. I was like, you know, and I'm a germaphobe, so I'm like, oh my God. So he turns on this movie and like he trying to get the DVD player, and it's like, yes, a DVD player. Like this was 9 years ago, and so it's like real janky, and he's trying to get it to work, and it's not working. So he's like, I'll be right back. So he has to leave the room and go get the bouncer, or a technician, or somebody to come and help. So he leaves the room, leaves me in the room by myself, and I'm just sitting there like, la, 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 la. I'm just sitting there like this. Okay. And then next thing I hear somebody beating on the door. Then they beat on the door again, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he left. I'm thinking it's Mike. Maybe he left his key. So I jump up, and I go open the door, and I'm like, oh, did you leave your key? And then I stand there, and there's some black dude standing there like, oh, sorry, I got the wrong room. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he was like, well, you sure are pretty, blah, blah, blah. Who are you with? And he's like looking around in my room, and he was like, are you here by yourself? I said, no, I'm not here by myself. I said, I'm here with my man, and I'm waiting for him to come back. And he was like, oh, okay, well, if you guys need some company, I'm in the room next door. And I'm like, what in the world? So like a couple seconds later, here come Mike and the dude that worked there, and he's trying to get the DVD player to work, and the DVD player is not working. It is not working. So they fiddling around with it, whatever. So we couldn't get it work. So Mike asked me, what you want to do? Because we can't get the DVD player working. And I said, well, you know, this room, it smelled like urine. That room smelled like urine, feet, butt, piss, liquor, meth, like all of it at once. That's what it smelled like. So I was like, this room stank. I said, the couch is sticky. Let's just leave. So we got a refund back and we left. And I said, let's just go back downstairs to where the bar and stuff is at. Because by that time I need another drink. So as we start walking back down by the bar, this toothless looking homeless man again, another one comes up to Mike and was like, yo, man, you know, what's up? Y'all looking to have some fun? I was like, oh, no, man, this is too weird for me. I was like, there's some desperate men. And then Mike was telling me, oh, you should come here Saturday and Sunday. He's like, I wouldn't be here as a single woman. Because I was like, well, maybe I should come back on another day. You know, I said, I come up here with some of my female friends. And then Mike was like, I don't suggest you come here with females by yourself, because you don't know what kind of stuff. I've heard all kinds of stories about women being drugged in the rooms and accosted. And I was like, what? I was like, child, heck no. Heck no. So we go back downstairs at the bar. And then there's, you know, by the evening come, it's like 10 o'clock at night. So there's definitely more people, more couples there. Oh, like I said, a lot more couples. And they got techno music going. And then this white lady that like in her late 20s, late 30s, beautiful, gorgeous woman, is just dancing. She up there, hey, hey. Next thing you know, she has this mini dress on. She just takes her dress off. I'm just sitting there looking like, hey, you get it, girl. Okay. She just takes her dress off. She got little bikini panties on and a bra, and she just takes it off. And I'm like, and so I'm just looking like, okay, well, this kind of party. Okay. I'm not taking nothing off. Anybody know me? Again, I don't do exhibition and stuff. I'm not I'm more voyeuristic. I'm a watcher, not the one getting watched. So I am more of a voyeur. I am not into exhibition. So Mike looks at me and I said, oh, slow your roll, homeboy. I ain't finna take nothing off. So we dancing. The chick is just there, like she was drunk. or on something. I don't know what, but she was highly inebriated. And she was with this dude. I don't know if this dude was her husband, her jump off, or her client. I don't know who this man, older man was. But he was just like into it and they was dancing. She there with her panties and bra on. And then another Hispanic lady, you know, she was a little chunky, overweight. She was like in her 40s, but I was like, shake what your mama gave you. You know, whatever, girl. She just takes her top off. And I was just like, wow, wow, wow. I was just sitting there going, oh, I'm sitting there like this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. You know, or okay. And then another dude, this dude was standing there and he just took his pants off. I guess he felt he was hot. And so you had a room with various people in various stages of undress. Let's put it that way. I'm just looking like, even at a swinger club, there's different times and places for different things. At a Sircon Sarah, what? Yes, at swinger clubs, there's a time and a place for things. There's rooms, there's sections. At the adult club, it was just, like I said, the club that I was at, they did not have a lot of bouncers. They did not have a lot of security. I can understand why they got shut down after this. I can understand all of that because it was just no security, no bouncers, they had rules plastered up, but the managers of this particular establishment really didn't care. There wasn't a lot of people that worked there. There was a lady that worked downstairs for where you could buy, like toys and stuff like that. There was one lady working down there. There was one guy at the door where you pay to get in. There's one dude taking your money for the rooms, and he was a slash bouncer, I guess. There was a bartender, and there was maybe 1 or 2 or 3 other employees. So altogether, it was maybe 6 or 7 employees for this big place. And I'm like, no wonder y'all have solicitation going on here. That's what they got popped for, because people were bringing clients there, men and women, gay and straight, were bringing clients and getting private rooms and being intimate in these private rooms. So that's solicitation. It's illegal. It's illegal in the United States. You can't do it. So that's why these places were getting in trouble and getting shut down, and they had to go to court and they get sued because there was just like the people working there just didn't give a darn. They didn't care. They was just standing around and just like the bartender was sitting there pouring the drinks like it was nothing. Like he see this every day. Like he was just like, well, here you drink, ma'am. Like it was nothing. And I'm like, I said, obviously this must happen a lot because the workers here were unfazed. Like, I'm like, ain't y'all supposed to be? Okay, they was unfazed. And like I said, them rooms with them men standing outside the room offering you, offering you adult time, offering you substances, offering a foot rub, I don't know, a foot job, whatever. These men were offering you some top, some bottom, whatever these men were offering you in these rooms. The so-called quote-unquote bouncers that were there didn't do nothing but just stand there. Matter of fact, some of the bouncers were looking. You could hear sounds coming from these private rooms that it wasn't the movie. It wasn't just the movie. These people were in these rooms doing intimate things. And they had a policy saying that you're not supposed to be doing that, but people did. So it's like a free for all, like Southwest Airlines. Yeah, it was like, you're now cleared to move about the cabin. Like it was just a free for all. That's why I said a lot of these places where I'm from got shut down. I've been to adult theaters and adult shops and swinging clubs and other places, and those places had airtight security. You cannot walk around half naked. You cannot be sitting there just having intimate relations on the floor. You cannot sit there, and if you look like you were soliciting anything, substance or otherwise, or your body, you would get kicked out with no refund. They would go in the rooms and be like, you got to go. Because they did, but this place was really a free-for-all, and that speaks to the management and the person who used to own this place. And so and it was a good place to be. Like I said, I think they kept it as clean as they possibly could. I don't know. But just the way it was run, you could just tell that they just didn't care. Like, I don't know who owned this place or managed this place. I don't think the manager was even there when I went. Like maybe they're there on the weekends, like Friday and Saturday and Sunday. I think management is there. But during the week, because they didn't get like a huge crowd of people, they just kind of let people just do whatever. So, and not saying that I'm shy and I'm a prude, I'm not, but I'm just sitting there looking like, so it was, as a warrior like myself who just likes to look and watch, it was an eyeful. It was interesting. Let's just put it that way. So me and the mic dude, like he was like, I sat there for a minute, and like I said, I just had a few more drinks, and I was really full, and I was like, this has been an interesting time. So I told him, I said, we had already been there like over an hour, like over 2 hours. And like I said, we were just sitting in the lounge, just hanging out, like most of the time. No, I would not leave a good Yelp review. I would not recommend it to friends. I would say 1 star. Well, no, I would say I would say a 2 or 3 star on the reviews. Because again, the place itself was a nice place. The bar was nice, the drinks were good, the ambience was good, the lighting was good, but just the security, I could see how this would become a security nightmare on the weekends when there's tons and tons of people. And again, if they had the same amount of staff or maybe a little bit more, that still wouldn't been enough. Because on the weekends, like I said, I'll do another video of what I saw on the weekends, because we did go up here on a Saturday, and it was scary. It was all kinds of cluckers and dope fiends. It was scary on the weekend. I mean, it was all kinds of men and women, and I just saw all kinds of people, all kinds. It was something for everybody. It was like a circus on the weekend. So, and they still did not have enough bodyguards and security folks considering what was going on. But we decided to leave. So as we getting ready to leave, and we're like heading downstairs to the gift shop area or whatever you want to call it, we see the police come in. So as we're leaving, and thank God, we see like 4 or 5 police come in. And then we're looking like, and then so we asked the lady at the counter, and I'm like, is that the police? She's like, oh, they always come through here all the time. All they do is they come through here and they make their rounds and then leave. She was like, they come all the time. They come like every other week. The police will come at least once or twice a week to see what they was doing, because they had gotten in trouble before so many times with the courts and with the police. She's like, yeah, they come in here and they walk around and see to make sure that there's no underage people, there's no underage drinking, there's no illicit, nobody soliciting anything, no illicit substances. So we had left just in time before the cops showed up and basically look around and walk around real quick. And then them people in there with half naked, I don't know what happened to them. I was like, because it's not illegal. I mean, you can be in a club naked. It's not like, it's illegal, but I don't know if you would, I don't know them women and men. Maybe they didn't care whether the popo see them half naked or not. Or maybe they would hurry up and put their clothes on. I don't know. It's not illegal to be half naked. So it wasn't nothing like that. But I just, when you get liquor and you get liquor in you and you get confident, and, people do strange things on alcohol. And those people were definitely inebriated. But it was a crazy time. And that was the first time I'd ever been to an adult club. Like I said, this is one of 4 adult clubs I've been to, and that was the nicest one. I have been to 2 or 3 others that were not nice. And when I say not nice, I'm gonna do a video about these other clubs. One place I went to literally had a plastic chair. Their private room consisted of a plastic chair and a TV, a 1990 TV with a VCR. You remember those TVs that had the VCR at the bottom? That's what the private room was. It was literally 2 plastic chairs, like folding chairs, like metal. I wouldn't say plastic, metal folding chairs, and a TV that had a VCR at the bottom. And then you pick out one of 10 movies you wanted that was on VHS, and you pop it in there, and that was the private room. And you had to pay $10 for that. So that's just a preview of these other places I went to. And like I said, I won't name these places, but that place was crazy because it smelled like straight up urine. There was all kinds of dope fiends there. It was worse than this place that I'm telling, the first place that I went to. I went to two other places that were worse, that were like really like, I felt like I was in a trap house, like y'all, for real. I felt like I was in some kind of trap house, some kind of, I don't know. Like I can't even describe it. It's not even a red light district. It was like pink light, orange light, green light. Like I don't even, it wasn't even a red light. I don't even know what kind of place. The same person took me to another club. And so I want to do another video talking about the adventures that me and Mike had, and how the second club I went to, like we almost got arrested at that one. But that's another time for another story. So, but yeah, we almost got arrested. Like the police showed up. The police frequent these places a lot. And so the last one we went to, we did, certain things happen where they were actually looking for somebody. And so the police were there questioning people, and I felt like we were going to go to jail. I was like, are we going to go to jail? I've never been to jail before in my life, never been arrested, knock on wood. But yeah, hanging out in certain places where these strip clubs and these bars are at, and these swing clubs, some of these areas of town are not good, and that's because they're zoned to be in certain areas, they're zoned in certain parts of the big city to be there, and they can't be in certain areas because they can't get permits to open up their shops there. So a lot of times these clubs, they have to be in like these dank, dark, the hood somewhere, because they're not zoned to be in any place else. So, and it just depends on what city you live in. Like some cities have like a nice red light district, and some places it's just like a war zone. It's just like a dope fiend, trap house, drugged in war zone. So, you just have to be careful. But oh God, Sir God, you funny. But everybody make sure you like, share, subscribe, thumbs up the video, put your comments below. Have you been to a place like this, maybe in your past, present, or maybe you would like to in your future? Y'all check out my other video where I talked about the time that I went to a swingers club. That was interesting. It's in my Kiki Tales playlist, and I'll put this one up in the playlist too. But I got to go, y'all. I got things to do today, and I got a birthday thingy to do today. I gotta hang out with my girl on her birthday, so that's what I'm going to do today. And so, you too. You take care and be safe too, love. So everybody, y'all have a good day. Like I said, most of y'all know y'all gonna watch this on a rewatch, because I know some of you, because the freaks come out at night and it be 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all be watching my videos. But that's okay though. I ain't mad at y'all freaks come out at night. What freaks come out at night? I'm not mad. But anyway, y'all, I got to go to a birthday celebration. And make sure y'all join my other channel, Nomadic Kitty. Please like, share, subscribe on Nomadic Kitty. It's my my travel and cultural channel, told in a funny way, Nomadic Kitty. And I will put links in the description, so you can click on it and go and check out my videos there, like production videos to where I ain't got to be on camera, because I don't want to be on camera. I keep telling y'all, but I just come here. This channel, I'm going to be on camera, but Nomadic Kitty, I am not on camera. I'm just writing scripts and editing and doing stuff like that. But I put up a new video today. And then I have another video coming up in a couple of days. I'm trying to post videos like every other day or every couple of days, because it takes me a long time. It takes me longer to do those videos than me to just jumping on live with you guys here. So anyway, you guys have a lovely Wednesday. Have a lovely hump day. It's a hump day story. Humping on hump day, y'all. All right, bye. Kitty, la la la.